Yeah, I'm definitely glad that I get to do what I do. I just felt cheated. Like, I can't believe this. Like, how many times did I just freeze out there? Ultralight backpacking is a mindset, and it can be applied to every part of your life. We've won the lottery by even being born in the USA. It's not just about making gear. What kind of an impact and legacy can we leave at the end of the day with Outdoor Vitals? So when I started Outdoor Vitals, I really just wanted to help people get outdoors more, but a little bit more than that. I grew up in the outdoors all the time, and I was just always out there, always having a great time, but I was also often suffering. I was getting cold. Every night I was cold. I never remember sleeping warm a single night as a kid, Boy Scouts, all that. And then just also when we were out there, using trash bags and things as my rain jackets and stuff. I suffered and endured a lot, and somehow I still loved the outdoors. But I talked to a lot of people that didn't, that have experience like that, and that would kind of be the end of it. And so what I hope to accomplish is to help people get outdoors and want to stay outdoors because they felt more confidence in their gear. They were more comfortable specifically too. And by doing that, I hope to just get more people outdoors and have them help them have more enjoyable outdoor experiences. As I started to use more premium gear, I felt pretty cheated. Like, oh my gosh, for how many years have I been using the best stuff that the closest discount store had for me, and all these cottons and things that I thought was good gear, and like, I can't believe this. Like, how many times did I just freeze out there? How many times did I get soaked to the bone and couldn't warm back up, and all those types of scenarios. And so when I started using that premium gear, I was like, man, people have had this for a while now. People have been using this for a while now. If everyone had the opportunity to use this type of gear, I think people would have a much different experience outdoors, and it would help people want to get outdoors. And to me, it's really important to get people outdoors because that's how we're going to protect the outdoors. It's how the awareness there, and it all plays in. So by doing a direct-to-consumer business model, that allowed us to cut out a ton of that extra margin that retail stores had and take that premium level gear and get it into people's hands. And that's really why we got started with the mantra of opening the outdoors for everyone, because we just wanted people to get outdoors, and that to us meant not just getting out there, but wanting to be out there and be more comfortable in that more premium side of the gear. So we started with opening the outdoors as our motto, mainly because it highlighted one of the core fundamental pieces of the business at that time, bringing products, higher level products to consumers at a better price due to our business model. But as we continue to grow and develop, and our designs got better, and just we started to get our hands in more things, it really started to feel more limiting. That particular motto was very centered on just the price points that we get to offer products because of our direct-to-consumer business model. And while we still do direct-to-consumer and our price points are still insanely competitive, we felt that the Live Ultralight motto opened it back up to be more of that movement that we wanted to create with the business. Live Ultralight to me is really a mindset. As I got into ultralight backpacking and started to improve my gear and lighten my bag and go through that process, I started to realize that I didn't want to just take that mindset of ultralight backpacking and apply it just to backpacking. Slowly over time, I started to want to get rid of additional clothing items that I had. I wanted to travel to foreign countries with just a single carry-on bag and do all these different things and just simplify in every way that I could. The concept of Live Ultralight really stemmed from that the ultralight backpacking is a mindset, and it can be applied to every part of your life. And that mindset is super freeing, because when you can have more confidence in your gear and not have to take as much and lighten everything up, it makes you ready to do more. It allows you to jump on a trail after work. It allows you to just grab a backpack and go somewhere. If you go to a foreign country and you're practicing that Live Ultralight mindset, then you can take one bag and you can hop on a bus and in a taxi, and you can travel without having to pull rolling luggage and just do all of that. And so Live Ultralight really is all about the mindset of simplifying and doing more. We use the owl in our new logo because of what it symbolizes, which is wisdom. Wisdom is super important to us because we've always felt the need to educate our consumers to help them build confidence. Confidence is really what inspires people to get out, and a lack of confidence, or in other words, fear, is what keeps them from adventuring. When you understand what it's like to live ultralight and have that level of confidence in your gear and be able to simplify what you need to take and what you really need with you, it's very, very inspiring. And that's also part of why we made the owl red. and kind of more fierce looking, because we know that when you really get what it means to live ultralight, you're going to become super passionate about this, and we're not going to be able to keep you from going and checking things off your bucket lists and just accomplishing all the adventures that you want to. What we're able to do now compared to what I was able to do when we first started is just drastically different. You know, in the beginning it was pretty humble beginnings as far as options and abilities, but as we've been able to grow and scale, our budgets have gotten bigger, and as far as investing into designs, you know, bringing on actual designers onto the team, and then being able to use our team as a good reference for, you know, good ideas, bad ideas. We have a much bigger customer base that we're able to pull from ideas, and then we have really amazing partnerships with influencers that are able to test our gear and give us feedback. But that's kind of the tip of the iceberg. You know, we're able to just to go down to the levels of, you know, where each yarn is spun, and then making that into the fabric, and then making that into the garment, and then testing that, and using, you know, our resources internal and external for the testing. And the design process has just come so far, and it's really equated to what I hoped it would be all the time, which is us developing some of the most premium gear in the world. So with the new changes we've been making around Outdoor Vitals, or Outdoor Vitals 2.0, yeah, there's not going to be any changes in pricing and the way that we structure things. It's still the same model as far as direct to consumer, and we still base everything off of what I've always called like our honest pricing structure, which is just a very straight line markup that's not changing. What is changing is definitely the quality and the level of the products. We continue to push that forward, you know, every month and every week and every day we try to push that forward, but the pricing and the model and everything like that will stay exactly how it's always been, trying to bring you the best possible products at the best prices. The concept of honest pricing to me is there's companies out there and different ways of pricing things. Sometimes they just look around at what everyone else is selling stuff for and then make their price points relative to that. And I've always felt like that was kind of cheap, like not the right way to do, like they're cheating consumers. We take our hard costs after developing the product and what it's going to cost for us to get it here and ship it, and then we just make a markup on top of that. And so it's very straight line. And it has nothing to do with opinions or what we can price the product at, or what it, you know, should be priced at, or those types of things. But it's still the honest way to price it, and it's the way that I've always wanted to do things. We donate 1% of our revenue to charitable causes, simply because we care, and we feel like as a growing and profitable company that we should. As Dave in our office would say, that we've won the lottery by even being born in the USA. Just the amount of opportunity that's right here in front of us is just tremendous. And so I always wanted to help. I always wanted to give back. And a lot of our followers, I feel like, can connect with this if they've traveled, if they've done some of these things where they've visited these other countries, because they get to see some of those needs. They get to see, you know, the lifestyles and how great the people really are, and they start to care about those people, and you want to help. It's not just about making gear, it's not just about revenues or whatever it might be. It's also about what kind of an impact and legacy can we leave at the end of the day with Outdoor Vitals. I'm very glad that I did decide to start Outdoor Vitals. It's been very interesting because sometimes your motivations in the beginning change, and I always wanted to help people get outdoors, and you know, as time went on, we were able to start helping people in third world countries. And more so, what I was just surprised at is the amount of positive energy I was able to get from the people we're able to help. So the comments come in, you know, your videos really helped us get out here, or because of your guys' price points, I was able to get my son into an actual good sleeping bag, and he had an enjoyable trip with me. I hope that he'll become a lifetime outdoorsman now. And comments like those really hit home to me. And I think the rest of our team, we're all very passionate about helping people get outdoors. And so I feel very lucky. I feel very lucky we get to have the impact that we get to have, both with adventures and with, you know, third world countries, things like that. But it's all been a very rewarding experience. It's been a lot of fun, and I feel like we've got to create a lot of value, and that's what this has always been about. I'm super excited about the rebranding that we've done. It's kind of like that last level, the surface level, for our followers to see with all the work we've done in Outdoor Vitals 2.0 and the changes we've made. And I'm just really excited to bring it out to people, let them see some of the products we're going to be launching, and the redesigns that we've already done on some of our older products and things of that nature. So whether you're someone who's followed us for a long time or just getting to know us, I definitely stay tuned over the next few years. They're going to be really exciting, and this rebrand is just kind of the start to that process.